Today I'm going to share with you the details about how much I spent to publish my story called Living Undiagnosed. Hello, my name is Tanya and welcome to my writing realm. Here at my writing realm, I am working hard to improve my skills as a writer and self-published author, and I'm sharing with you what I learn along the way. Now, the Living Undiagnosed story is something I've worked on off and on over the past few years. Little tidbits here, little tidbits there, and then I rewrote it, restarted it. It was a lot, but I'm glad I waited this long because some of the final pieces of my health condition wouldn't have come together until this past year. Now, you've probably heard me talk about this, my health condition and my story, Living Undiagnosed, before in other videos. But I figured it was about time to share with you other self-published authors or other writers or anybody else out there who is curious how much it took for me or how much money I spent to publish this book. So the first thing that I sent it out for was my editor. Now, my editor is awesome. She is local. She is in the process of learning and advancing her skills and taking courses. So because I know her personally and she's part of my writing group and she is in her learning process, she is a little bit more affordable for me right now because of that personal connection and because of where she is at in her education as an editor. So I spent, for Living Undiagnosed, $40 Canadian on the edit. And of course, I went through the process of peer edits first, and I also had a beta reader, so to speak, before I hit the publish button. Now, the cover I worked on off and on for a couple of months, and I was lacking confidence on my skill of designing my cover, and I think I have actually shown you one of my versions of the cover in another video, a previous video. But yes, so I went to getcovers.com. This was recommended to me by a friend, another writing friend who also has a YouTube channel. And I was so impressed. There was no revisions needed. I was very impressed with their attention to detail. I'll just show you this cover again. Anyways, for me to get this cover in ebook and print book and how I wanted it, it cost me, in Canadian funds, it was probably about $45 or $46 Canadian. So now keep in mind that the people that get covers, to my understanding, they are graphic designers, they are pro cover design artists who are early on in their career or are being educated to become designers, and therefore their rates are more affordable. Now, they have different packages, so you know, they do like podcast covers and posters. They don't just do book covers. They're all graphic design artists. They're very talented, and I would definitely use them again for a future book. So some of the packages include like just an ebook cover, just a print book cover, an ebook and print book cover, which is what I did. It also came with like a free advertising image, so to speak, but you can get other marketing tools in that with that same cover. Now, of course, they have a license. They provide you with a license so that you can actually use this, but you're not allowed to, you know, modify or edit it or take pieces of it to use for other publications or anything else because it is their unique license. So that brings me to a total of $86.74 approximately once I do the whole exchange rate thing with the Get Covers design. So $86.47. Now, considering it's like a short story length. I can't remember what the word count is, but the print book has about 42 to 44 pages. Anyways, I think that is very reasonable, and especially as an early self-published author, you know, I'm at the beginning of my self-publishing career or process, however you want to call it. I think that's very affordable. So previous books that I published, I have done for $0 because I didn't hire an editor for the first couple, and I designed my own covers, and I also had a graphic design artist who is a friend of mine and a coworker design the art for the cover. And all the other covers I've been doing myself. The only thing that I spent money on was for the actual software, which is regular $100, but was on sale at the time for $60 Canadian. And it is called, Corel Paint Shop Pro Ultimate 2020 was what I bought. I've also upgraded since then, and I believe I'm on the 2021 or 2022, no, I think it's the 2021 version. And I love the software. It's very easy to use, very easy to learn. But again, I am not a trained graphic artist, and I finally now have accepted the fact that I can't do everything. This is something that is taking me a while to burn into this stupid head of mine. I'm allowed to call myself a stupid head. Anyways, a little bit of humor there. So when you first, if you did publish, and when you first started self-publishing, did you hire an editor? Did you spend money on hiring cover design or graphic design artists? What was the cheapest and the most expensive cost that you put into your books, and was it worth it? And did you actually try to do what I did and do it all by yourself and try to do all of the re-editing over and over again on your own to try to make it as perfect as you could because you knew you couldn't afford an editor? Actually, one thing that I did do was I did buy ProWritingAid, which I have a coupon code for down below. I did do this, and it really did help improve the quality of my writing before, and find mistakes before I actually published those unedited books. Now, if you need to know, if you're curious, the only ones that I didn't pay for an edit for was Red Leaves and Red Snow, and it is still in the same state, just so you know. I did have peer editors and I did have beta reader, but I did not hire an editor for that. But I believe Red Lies and Red River and Red Secrets were professionally edited, as was Living Undiagnosed. So there's some tidbit information, some honesty for you. All right, so have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, night, or whatever, and keep publishing.